Yeah, no, so I was just pointing out that you said it's good to develop um, this satisfaction in your practice, and that's something that definitely has been missing with the Mahasi noting. Because this was just the only thing I needed to do was note whatever experience I had, and there was no like feeling good wasn't the part of it.
I know that part is the part that's missing
Yeah,
from the Mahasi method,
yeah,
and I think that there's reasons for that.
yeah.
In other words, these things were intentionally left out of the Mahasi method.
Mm-hmm.
Either that, or somehow or another, it didn't get transmitted. But this is actually the practice
Yeah.
is to incorporate all of this thing. Now, here's the point. If you look at it this way, that the Mahasi method doesn't take a full-on wake up.
Uh huh.
It takes only a little bit of wake up so that people can note.
Yeah.
But generally, the noting winds up being labeling
Yeah.
in the sense of really noting very fast things that are happening. They're noting and then telling themselves a story about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
An example of that would be um, using the word witness.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so a witness is number one, the guy who saw the incident, the accident. He
Yeah.
saw the scene of the crime or the robbery or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But then the important kind of witness is the guy who might be the same one on the witness stand telling a story about what he saw.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's use the word noting in the sense of there's two kinds of noting.
Yeah.
There's the witness that sees, or there's the witness who tells a story about it.
Yeah.
Okay, this is why a lot of students get hung up on the Mahasi method, is
Mm-hmm.
because they talk about it in the sense the noting now is the talking about what we're seeing,
Yeah.
as opposed to just seeing and just seeing and just seeing.
Yeah.
So, in fact, if we're seeing it and then talking about it, we're not actually seeing it at the level that it could be seen.
Yeah.
If we woke up a little bit more and really took a look at it, it would be like, ouch, this is hot.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Possibly the example would be that you've heard of a frog that if you put a frog in boiling hot water, it'll jump right out. But if you
Yeah.
put a frog in cool water and then start to heat it up,
Yeah.
that frog will die in there.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay? So the question is, are we going to see our dukkha only as it gradually sneaks up on us?
Yeah.
Or are we going to wake up to the point of recognizing, wait a minute, it's gotten hot. Let me out of here.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And then after we hop out, we say, wow, what a relief it is to get out of that.
Yeah.
That was a dumb thing for me to sit there and get hot.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
this is the distinction in the practice. And you could also go so far as to say that the Mahasi method, the way that many students are practicing it, and I'm not talking about Mahasi method as something wrong with the method, because we really don't know what Mahasi taught.
No.
He's been dead since 1982, so I
Yeah.
don't want to go there.
Uh-huh.
But I do want to go that the way that Westerners do it
Mm-hmm.
is that they say, I see dukkha, I see it again, now I've gotten some insight, and I'm going to keep
Yeah.
looking at this dukkha, dukkha, more satisfaction with looking at dukkha, but
Yeah.
they never really get out of the dukkha.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. But the Buddha didn't teach dukkha. He taught dukkha nirodha. See that dukkha and come right out of it right now.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
practice seeing it right now and getting out of it right now.
Mm-hmm.
Over and over again until you get to the point to where you see dukkha when it's coming off in the distance, and you can
Yeah.
sidestep it before it even gets here.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's the frame of reference change that most meditators need to make. And when they make that frame of reference change, that
Yeah.
it's not, I'm going to sit here and feel bad with insights
Yeah.
until eventually I feel good.
Yeah. Yeah. That's kind of
The deeper I go, the more likely I'll feel good. That's not
yeah.
the way that we're practicing here. Oh
No.
no. Any
Yeah.
depth that you go to is going to be a depth you arrive at through learning how to control your own feelings.
Yeah.
So in the beginning, we learn to control the thought just a little bit. Then
Yeah.
we will learn to control the breathing and
Yeah.
the body. Then we really learn to control the thought.
Yeah.
And with that, now we're beginning to learn to control the feelings. This is really what it's all about, is learning how to control the situation so that you can feel the way that you want to feel and think the kind of thoughts that you want to think.
Uh-huh.
This is a noble-minded individual, someone who is noble, can think the way that he wants to think rather than going along with the crowd.
Yeah.
And is also noble in the sense, and let's round this out with the talk about right noble attitude.
Yeah.
The right noble attitude now is with the development of the piti and the sukha comes that I can do this attitude. I can come out of my suffering.
Yeah.
I can do this over and over and over again. And that is, in fact, what adds to the piti, is the constant knowledge that I can do this. I can get out of this. I'm a real winner. That's the attitude that grows.
Yeah.
And that attitude of being able to manage things is actually a noble trait. To know that you can get yourself out of this suffering or out of this mental state into one that's really happy and satisfying. And you can do that basically anytime that you want to.
Okay.
That's,
Sounds good.
Yeah. All right. So you can go practice that for a while.
Yeah. Yeah. So would you recommend to just pick up the little green book from Buddhadasa Bhikkhu and just follow the steps in there?
That's the mindfulness with breathing by a beginner's guide by Santikaro. Yes, I know that book. I would say that if you have to read anything, that's the book to read.
Yeah.
But if you really want to do some interesting reading, read your own mind.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, now you can pick up on some of this stuff. I've got a lot of videos, and I talk to students about this so you can hear different perspectives of it and different questions that are asked. And right now, to our joy, Robert, my friend in Thailand, is actually writing a book. Not writing a book. He's translating a book of Bhikkhu Buddhadasa that's old. It's possibly Bhikkhu Buddhadasa's tour de force on Anapanasati.
Okay.
And that it was never properly translated into English, and the publication has gotten very obscure. But we're going to be, with the IBA, republishing it again.
Yeah.
And that would be the book that I would recommend, but unfortunately it's not yet in print.
Okay. Okay.
Other than that, there's other books of Bhikkhu Buddhadasa, and the one that you're mentioning by Santikaro has got a lot of good stuff in it.
Okay, good. Another thing for practicing is, what about walking? Would you recommend doing some walking?
Sure.
Okay.
Look at what you're doing.
Okay.
And what do I mean by that? Okay, pay attention to what's going on around you. Watch every step. Here's the way to start practicing walking meditation. Do it barefoot.
Yeah.
Don't do walking meditation with shoes. Go barefoot.
Okay.
Why? Because then you're much more likely to watch where you're going. Watch what you're stepping in. Yeah. That's what it's all about, is be here now. Don't take a step without looking for it.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'll just start practicing then. Would you have any recommendations about time? Would you say set a timer while practicing, or just do whatever?
I would recommend students to practice shorter periods more often rather than long sitting times.
Okay.
So if you were going to do an hour a day, then 4 15-minute sessions would be possibly more valuable to you than one long hour sit.
Yeah.
If you're going to do 2 hours, then maybe 8 times at 15 minutes.
Okay.
Or 5 at 20, something like that.
Okay. Okay. And this is because you think that sustains mindfulness during the day?
Absolutely. This is really what this is all about. Mindfulness on a cushion. You're not going to sit on a cushion for the rest of your life. I know. I've seen guys do that in Burma.
Yeah.
Westerners, they want to have a good life to live. They don't want to have to sit on the floor to do it.
No. Okay. I'll just start practicing again then.
Okay, excellent.
Okay, thank you. So how does this go? Could I just call you any moment again in like in a week?
Yeah, the way to do it is to call, and if I don't answer, leave a message, and I may come on within 5 or 10 minutes.
Okay,
Okay, so hang around.
cool. Okay.
But don't just write a message, "Are you available?" because then I may not see that message.
Yeah. Okay. So call and write a message.
Yeah, both call and write a message.
Okay. Well, thank you a lot.
Okay.
Thank you a lot.
Excellent.
And see you next time. Thank you.
See you. Okay.
See you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.